We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. Game 1 here in the month of May between the Akron Rubberducks and the Binghamton Ponies. It's baseball on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Lou Cairo, a right-hander from Illinois, will be the starter here. Harold, any thoughts?
The way I see him, Matt, he's really struggled because he allows a lot of base runners, whether it's by the walk or by the hit. And when you have that much traffic on the base path, you're going to eventually give up runs. So he's got to eliminate that and give his team and himself a chance to win this game.
So digging in now, Gregory Pitts. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
Pitts.
First of 3 here to start the week as the game's first pitch is taken for strike 1. HR, we take a look at the home 9 as they take the field here tonight. They come in here hoping to make it 2 in a row as they broke a 3-game skid with a victory last time out.
They played good ball yesterday and pulled off a W. Let's see if they're able to keep
the 0-2 pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. And we could be in for a cold one tonight. 52 degrees at game time, but should see the 40s before we're through. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Three and 2 now.
That was another good pitch and a tough call that could have gone either way. He couldn't get him to bite on it again, so the count's gone from 0-2 to 3-2.
Swinging a soft liner, and this will be gobbled up fairly easily down there at third for the first out. Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. HR, how do they go about trying to start out the month with a win?
Well, Matt, we're seeing a lot of lineups like this lately. This club has a lot of power, but not a lot of speed. Shouldn't be surprising. You don't usually have the combination of the two where you got speed and power, but their power, no speed. They have to hit the ball at the ballpark if they want to win.
Standing in, Frank Saito. He enters play hitting in the 260s for the year. Here comes the first pitch. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. 0-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now. 1-2. Here it comes. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And this is heading out toward left field, but this is going to get fouled up into the crowd. Now another 2-2. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Into the box, John Pitts. As he'll take a look at ball one. The numbers coming in. He's at 255, 3 homers and 7 driven in. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. And he misses again, 2-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Three and 0 now.
Falling behind 3-0 to the wrong guy right here. You don't want to mess around with him. You know he's going to have the green light. If you throw one inside, he still might turn and burn.
Swing and a miss, but he's still in the driver's seat, 3-1. Ready on 3-1. Here it comes. Slapped hard the opposite way. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Well, that base hit made the front office really proud. That's what the farm director and the player development guys are looking for. Can you hit the ball the opposite way?
In now, Sir Dudenstein Brixey as he rips it on the ground to second. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. It's on to the bottom of the first. No score on MLB Network. Martin Cabrera out of the state of Arkansas is on the hill here. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, his last outing was not one he wants to look back with great pride. He only threw 4 innings and he got the loss. This is a turnaround game for him. He has to get back on the mound and be able to give his team a chance to win.
Striding into the box, Freddie Herman. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And that's by him. It's 0-1. HR visitors here as they take the field after a scoreless top half. They've got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Matt, they're on one of those hot streaks. I mean, everything is going right for them. They're playing great baseball right now. I mean, timely hitting, the bullpen's coming through. It looks like they're rested. They're doing the things they need to do to really be a winning club right now.
And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches base to start out the first. And this will wind up a closer play than I thought, but he's in there with 2 bases.
Max Bermudez.
Stepping in now, Max Bermudez, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. The numbers offensively pretty dismal to this point, down in the 170s to start play. 1 home run and 4 RBIs. 0-1. Here it comes. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
Clearly staying away from him in this at bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on him.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And the runner's breaking for third. Pitch outside. The throw. Not in time as he just does get in there ahead of the throw.
Hey, one of the keys to stealing third is to get a big lead off the second. And that's just what happened, even though this catcher has a cannon for an arm.
The 2-1 pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. 2-2. Sure took a healthy hack that time.
Yeah, and I don't understand that approach at all, Matty. He's not really known for having a whole lot of pop in his bat, but he is known for having really good speed. So, personally, I'd much rather see him with a controlled swing and try to put the ball in play.
Carbajal has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And he can't hang on to the ball here at home plate.
Great work to do a job right there. He's not a big power bat, so he was looking to get a fly ball to the outfield and give his guy at third a chance.
Stepping in, Alex Bradshaw. He comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good. Into the windup and the pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Clean slate on the base pass after that sac fly a minute ago, so now's the time to be aggressive with these hitters. Go right after them and try to get out of this inning with only 1 run scored.
And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now. Now the pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Pitts is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down. And with that, here's a glance at the starting lineup for the home squad. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Harold?
Well, Matt, they're not going to run. I mean, they don't put a lot of pressure on you trying to steal bases. They'll take the extra base if they need to, but they don't run much. They're a team that sits there. They're going to be a lot base to base, rely a lot on the power. This is a total contrast to what we've been seeing throughout the league the last couple of years.
Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. Here it comes. Skied into very shallow right. Pitts has it in his tracks, and that retires the side. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We'll go on to the top of inning number 2, and Binghamton is out in front, 1-0. Now in the box, Connor Pitts. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Connor Pitts.
Here's the first pitch to him. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. The windup and the 0-1. And this is high, a ball and a strike. And this is fouled back and out of play. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. That softly hit to right. Will that get down? Fagan ranging into the outfield. Oh no, looked like he had it, but it goes right by him. And he'll get in there safely. So that'll go down as an E4, as he certainly had his problems that time at second base. Now at the plate, Julio Carbajal. Day off for him yesterday, but back out there for this one. And here's a ball hit in the air. Bradshaw waits on it, and that's the first out of the inning.
All right, here's how the home side's lining up defensively, courtesy of Majestic. Key guy for me is the catcher. He does such a great job of commanding the running game, whether it's a right-handed hitter or a left-handed hitter. How he positions and controls the game. He's the leader of this team.
Bobby Thatcher comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
Runner at second here with 1 man out. And they were simply not going to give him anything there with the base open. It's a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close, so I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
Digging in the switch hitter, Sean Arrojo, as he'll look to bring home that time run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch on its way. And you look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. It's a ball and a strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. A high fastball is in there. 1-2. Here it comes. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
It's never a good look to strike out looking, but it's way worse when you do it with a guy in scoring position. Those are the times you really want to see a guy battle and at least put the ball in play.
Into the box now, Julian Campillo, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Don't know what he's waiting for there. It's 0-2.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at-bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2.
34 pitches for him through an inning and 2/3 right now. That's not terrible, but it's a lot higher than he'd like.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Jacque ranging back. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. One more look at the final out. A teeth rattler if ever there was one. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. At the plate, Sam Lopez. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second.
First baseman, Sam Lopez.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Now the 0-1. Softly hit out to short. And 1 gone.
All right, here's how the visitors are lining up defensively, courtesy of Majestic.
Third baseman.
This team plays airtight defense. They have the fewest errors in the league, and if you're going to beat them, you're going to have to earn it because they don't hurt themselves. They don't make a lot of mistakes, and they clearly don't kick the ball around.
Into the windup and the pitch. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. And now a pitch on the way. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
Well, he's not proving that he can command his breaking ball in the zone right now. And until he does, there's no reason to bite on it.
And this one's over at the knees, 2-1. And the pitch on 2-1. Soft liner to the left side. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
Batting 7th, second baseman.
Now at the plate, J.J. Fagan. In there, and it's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. 2 out, nobody on. And this is going to be a foul ball in amongst the spectators. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Ready with another 2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
It's a fine line from working down in the zone on 2-2 and bouncing one in there that basically stands no chance at getting swung at. Right there, he basically spiked that one right into the dirt, and now he has to find the zone on a 3-2 pitch.
And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. So he wins the full count battle and finds a way to extend the inning.
This is a great 8-pitch at bat. 8 pitches. He saw a lot of pitches. He fouled a couple off, but he stayed within himself, and finally, when he got a pitch he could handle, he didn't miss it. Got the base hit.
Into the box, Joaquin Vaccaro. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
On 2-0, you can bet he's looking for a fastball that he can turn on and drive. Might be thinking about picking on that big hole between first and second.
The 2-0 on the way. And this pitch is lined softly here to the right side. Foul. Here's the 2-1. A cold strike on the inside corner. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Hits on the move, and that's the third out. Ready for another chance.
Leading off
Gregory
Akron,
Pitts.
center
He'll
fielder.
step in to lead it off in the
Gregory
top of the third.
Pitts.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt. The first pitch. First downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He's around first, heading for two. Arms pumping. He's hustling for third. And he will make it up to third base, as that is a gift there off of what was a terrible throw. The speed they always talk about with this guy was on full display there.
Yeah, when you've got elite speed like this guy does, man, you don't need any help from the fielders to give you more time. He's thinking extra bases as soon as the ball gets to the outfield, and that time he wanted 3.
In now, Frank Saito, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here it comes. 1-0. Line fouled off to the left and a few rows back. A runner in scoring position with none out. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Ready with the 1-2. Liner towards second, but this will be gloved out there at second, as he didn't have far to go for the out. But no, he'll put on the brakes and head back to third.
Third baseman, number 1.
Trying to pick things
John
up where he left
Pitts.
off. John Pitts, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. He's set. Now the pitch. And this is in the air down the left field line and into foul territory. And they can't run it down.
Well, he got what he's looking for. He just got out in front of it right there.
That misses. 1-2.
Well, no surprise on that one. That's the classic slider down the way, trying to get him to chase on that 0-2 pitch.
They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2.
All right, no more hoping he's going to chase. It's 2-2 now. You've got to come up with the best pitch right here, because this is definitely a strikeout situation.
A swing and a miss for out number 2, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with.
That strikeout changes the whole complexion of
Now
the inning.
batting.
He was definitely
First
pitching
baseman.
for it with a runner on third and one out, and he got it.
Rixey.
Now it's going to take a hit or something like a wild pitch to get that guy home.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Sir Dudenstein. Rixey 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Outside with the fastball. That's 1-0.
With the runner on third, 2 outs, base open, and a good hitter at the plate, you have to be smart and not give in. If you walk this guy, so what? It's a lot worse if you give him a ball that he can hurt you on.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
He's gotten himself into a little bit of trouble out here. Middle of the order up in a run-scoring situation, and now he might have to challenge him. Going to have to make some good pitches here.
And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
And with the bases empty, you don't feel bad about walking that guy. He's capable of taking deep every time he digs in, so it's not the worst thing in the world to work around him if you can.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box.
After the walk and with runners on the bags, he couldn't afford to fall behind here. Nice job of jumping ahead with strike one.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Bermudez is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Now at the plate, Johnny Jacque. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Left fielder, Johnny Jacque.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Skied into straightaway right. Pitts giving chase. He gets to it and makes the catch for the 1st out.
Now batting.
Striding in once again, Freddie Herman. First pitch on its way. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Fastball that time is nowhere close, and it's even at 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. 1 out, nobody on. And this is fouled straight back. Now another 1-2. And he lays off the fastball away, so it's 2-2 now. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And that changeup didn't tempt anybody and misses for ball 3. Max Bermudez waits on deck. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. The 3-2 one more time. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with a strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Max Bermudez is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Pitts is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Digging in for his second at-bat, Julio Carbajal. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Carbajal.
First offering on its way. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And a fastball just misses. It's 1-1. And he misses 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him.
I think he'll be frustrated with himself about that swing. He was in a good hitter's count and ended up chasing one out of the zone. Now the count's even again.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Digging in to try it again. Bobby Thatcher.
Shortstop, Bobby Thatcher.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's a swing and a ground ball. This is foul for the first strike. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. And that misses 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. 1-1 pitch is a splitter, called strike 2. Ready on 1-2. A fastball down near the shoe tops. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Backhanded. Throw beats him by a half a step. He almost beat that out.
Now batting, second baseman, Sean Arrojo.
Settling in now, Sean Arrojo comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First delivery to him on the way. He pulls this one into right. That gets down, and the inning continues.
He just ambushed him right here. First pitch fastball. He was looking for it, and boom, base hit.
Julian Campillo.
Standing in now, Julian Campillo, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Really deceptive changeup there. Very well executed. It looks like it just sort of dies when it gets close to the plate.
He chases out of the zone for strike 3, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. In now, Alex Bradshaw.
Leading off
He's
the
0
fourth
for
inning.
1 thus far.
Catcher, Alex Bradshaw.
Into the windup and the pitch. And a curveball that time that broke too low. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Carbajal is there. 1 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Juan Maldonado.
Into the box, Juan Maldonado. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. There's a changeup over the outside corner.
I got the count 0-2.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Now a swing and a ball lofted down the right field line and fairly deep. Pitts is out near the wall as he pulls it in for the 2nd out.
Now batting, first baseman.
Standing in, Sam Lopez. Into the windup and the pitch. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Now a ball fouled down the right field line out of play, so that'll move the count to 2-2 now. This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Hey, that was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
Now at the plate, Mario Mendoza. First offering on its way. And he starts him out with one high and tight, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. And that one right down Main Street. A curveball that catches the inside corner.
Love that pitch right there, and he executed it perfectly. A big arcing curveball that starts at the batter's hip and then just bends onto the inside corner. A lot of hitters have a tendency to open up way too early, and they can't make good contact on that pitch.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Curveball, and he buckled him, but it's full 3-2.
Well, this has been a good at bat. He's now worked the count full to 3-2. It allows the runner on first to be on the move with 2 away.
Out of play. Full count. Here it comes. Drilled down the line, and that's through for a hit. Throw comes in quickly from left, so even on the hit and run, they'll hold things to first and second here.
Second baseman, J.J. Fagan.
Into the box now, J.J. Fagan, as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. The 1-0 delivery. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
And he misses badly with a fastball here, and it's 3-1 now. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Line to the right side, and that's in there. Base hit. Lopez rounds third and is digging for the plate. And the run's going to come in to score from second as they grab a 2-0 lead now.
Well, that ball's hit hard right there, and it should be no surprise. That's what happens when you fall behind 3-1 in a count. You know you got to throw a fastball. You're probably going to get hit hard.
Stepping in now, Joaquin Vaccaro, as he comes up empty on a pitch right down the middle for strike 1. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And this one will be foul back in among the fans. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And a big strikeout there. They'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. So 1 run on 2 base hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. Binghamton leads it 2-0. Ready once again, Gregory Pitts. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5.
Gregory Pitts.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner.
They can't afford to continue to fall back any further. They got to get something going on the offensive side. Somebody's got to step up, give a big hit, maybe even a home run, drop a bunt, do something. But this offense has to get going.
Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Good waste pitch, 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. Count holds at 1-2.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He is fortunate he just fouled it off.
Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Digging in once again,
Saito.
Frank Saito. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. First pitch coming, here it is. And a fastball just a bit up. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. It's a ball and a strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
1 strike.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Splitter called strike 2, and I don't think he liked it. Set to deal on 2-2. And this one will be out of play off to the left. Another 2-2 offering. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th.
That was a good job tying him up inside on that strikeout pitch. It wasn't even in the strike zone, but with the hitter protecting with 2 strikes, that's the kind of pitch you can get him to offer at, and he's probably not going to do much with it when he does make contact.
Into the box, John Pitts. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. The windup and the 0-1. And here's a splitter that's inside as he's forced to jitterbug out of the way there.
Still a little bit early to be worrying about this, but in a 2-run game, a 2-out walk right here could at least get the tying run to the plate. And on top of that, there's some pop.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Maldonado going back, and it's gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. 4th home run here in the early going. As they cut the lead in half, it's 2-1 now.
I know I get big money for my expert analysis, but this is pretty simple. If you put a fastball up in the zone, over the heart of the plate, this guy's going to turn it around in a heartbeat. This one was no shocker.
The batter.
Standing in now, Sir Dudenstein Rixey, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. It was a walk in his last trip. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And he takes a cold strike up and out over the plate. 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit hard back up the middle. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
Well, that's a big 2-out single right there, because look at it this way. That might force the pitcher now to have to throw another 10 pitches or so to the next hitter, and he might have to come out of the game due to the pitch limit.
Ready for another shot now, Connor Pitts. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
No, that's down.
And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Just off the inside part of the plate. It's 3-1.
3-1. This guy, whew, he's a good hitter. This is the kind of count gets him excited.
And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
Left fielder.
At the plate, Julio Carbajal. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. And the throw to first ends the inning. But the damage is done as thanks to the solo home run. This is now a 1-run game. Last half of the 5th coming up. And Binghamton is out in front 2-1. Digging in, Johnny Jacque comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Johnny Jacque.
Here it comes. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
You know, Matt, he's having great success, but I can't say it's because of the first pitch strike. Now, that's over 60% of the time he's throwing that for a strike, but usually to have this kind of success, you would think the ratio would be much higher.
No problem here, 1 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Freddie
Stepping up to the plate, Freddie Herman. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. Fouled back. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
now batting, center fielder.
Stepping into the box, Max Bermudez. He hit a sac fly earlier. Into the windup and the pitch. And a fastball just a bit up. The 1-0 delivery. Heading out towards shallow right. Hits. Has a read on it, and that's the third out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Bobby Thatcher. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Now a swing and a fly ball. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a fastball just a bit high. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Fagan ranging into shallow right, makes the play, 1 away.
Now batting.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop out. Well executed pitch there.
Into the box now, Sean Arojo, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Maybe a bit of an overthrow there, guys. May have let that front side open up a little early to try to pump up on a fastball and sailed on it.
Too high, and it's 3-0. And he misses, ball 4. Digging in once
Now
again,
batting,
Julian
catcher,
Campillo. He's
Julian
0 for 2 with a
Campillo.
strikeout in this one. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Ready with the 1-0. Leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw. That fastball really got away from him there. That's kind of a red flag for me that he's starting to tire or wear down a little bit. The first thing that goes is location, and then your mechanics. We'll see if this continues. He's up to 100 pitches now, but he's still bringing the fastball pretty good. Nothing about that last throw tells me he's wearing down right now.
Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory, but this will land untouched.
That's a nice pitch right there. He threw him a breaking ball, comes back with the fastball, and now he's late. Now he doesn't know how to adjust. He's kind of caught in between. You got him set up perfectly.
Now a half swing here on the pitch inside, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the home plate umpire. Strike 2 from the stretch. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Low scoring game thus far, 2-1 here in the 6th. Doesn't chase after the splitter, and he works it back to a full count.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
Swing and a line drive. Foul. The next 3-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Once again, a 3-2. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out. Now out of the dugout comes the manager as he'll make his way towards the mound. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. Roger McGreal trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1.
That's a big fastball, obviously, and we're going to see this reliever throw it a lot.
The 0-1 pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats.
Well, he's clearly on that fastball. He hit that one hard. He just could not keep it fair.
From the stretch. That's lifted the other way out to left. Jacque is there, and that ends the inning. So they let him off the hook here by scoring no runs despite the 2 walks. To the bottom of the 6th inning. Binghamton leads it 2-1.
Leading off,
striding in once again, Alex Bradshaw. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. In there for strike 1, 0-1. The 0-1 on its way to short. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone.
The right fielder, number 18, Juan.
Ready for another
Maldonado.
chance. Juan Maldonado. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
And this one's over for a high strike, 1-1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Here's the pitch. Ground ball left side. And a base hit into left field, so they've got themselves a one-out base runner.
When you're struggling, you'll look for anything. Been off to a little bit of a cold streak. He didn't hit it hard, but that's a big one to build on.
Lopez.
Stepping in now, Sam Lopez, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. It was a walk in his last trip. 1-0 pitch on the way. And a fastball down low as that one just about got away from him.
Well, you can see what he's trying to do right there. Double play situation. 2 balls down in the zone trying to get that ground ball. Didn't get him to bite at either one. Now he's behind in the count 2-0.
Outside 3-0 now. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. He's set. Here's the 3-1. And there's ball 4 as this one gets away a bit.
Now batting, third baseman.
Ready once again, Mario Mendoza. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. From the stretch. Now the double steal is on here. Now a flare out toward right center. Arrojo backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Into the box, J.J. Fagan, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. And this catches the inside corner. Good spot there. It's 0-2. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And a waste pitch there. 1-2. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Slice down the left side, but foul. Here he comes again. 1-2. Splitter. 2-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Hits. Moves over. And that retires the side. Miguel Castro is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Rumble Ponies. Number 46, Miguel Castro.
John Pitts will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. Now here's the pitch. And a good heater as he just watches this baby. A ball and a strike. One and one. Here it comes. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Not too often you see a changeup come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective when you're throwing a fastball in the high 90s, though.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
The batter.
So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen. Digging in and looking for more, Sir Dudenstein Rixey, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. And a changeup runs inside on him as he's got to back out of the way of that one.
Well, that's not what they were looking for when they brought him into the game. First pitch nearly hits the first batter he's facing. That's a little bit to be concerned if you're the manager.
Short, hit hard. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The right fielder, number 6, Connor Pitts.
Digging in now, Connor Pitts. 0 for 2 with a walk for him so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This one's down to third. Mendoza is there. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Nothing across here this half of the inning. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. And Binghamton is out in front, 2-1. Ready for another shot now. Joaquin Vaccaro. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7. Luis Morales gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Luis Morales.
And a ball, 1-0. And he swings and pops it foul behind the plate. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Now batting, left fielder.
Now batting, Johnny Jacque. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Swing and a line drive. Foul. The windup and the 0-1. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting, designated
now
hitter,
in the box, Freddie Herman. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. 2 out, nobody on. Left side. Scooped up on the backhand. In a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. So nothing happening this time around. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. Binghamton leads it 2-1. Right-hander starts
Leading
to loosen out in the bullpen now.
Left fielder, Julio.
Ready with the first
Carbajal.
pitch. Here it comes. Julio Carbajal is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. Now here it comes. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. A good knee-high changeup taken for a strike.
Great job on those last 2 pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
And this is fouled back and out of play.
Well, that got him in the rocking chair right now. A little changeup, follow up with the fastball, and he's a little late with that swing. I may go back with another changeup.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. Won't commit on the slider. Good patience, and it's full 3-2.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite.
This is on the ground over to first. To his right, Lopez, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The batter, number 3.
Peter
Shortstop.
Bonner gets the
Bobby
call as he'll pitch with
Thatcher.
1 gone in the
Your
top of the
attention,
8th.
please. Now pitching for your Binghamton Rumble Ponies. Number 33.
Digging in to try it again.
Peter
Bobby
Bonner.
Thatcher. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Hit the other way out toward right field. Maldonado is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone.
Now batting, second baseman.
Now to the plate, Sean Arrojo. He enters this at bat 1 for 2 with a walk. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball.
You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series, and maybe even the whole week ahead.
Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
And that misses 2-2. Here's the pitch on 2-2. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. So striding forward now, Max Bermudez. He'll see what he can do leading off the home 8.
Center fielder, Max Bermudez.
And that misses ball 1.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down, and unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line, you see a lot of swinging misses on those.
And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Alex Bradshaw is on deck. And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8. Stepping in, Alex Bradshaw.
Alex Bradshaw.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. First pitch is a cutter looked at. 0-1.
I like that pitch right there. A nice adjustment. After a 4-pitch walk, he comes right back and throws a strike. That tells me this guy can be aggressive when he needs to.
And this is fouled at the plate. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And another foul ball.
Well, when you're hitting with 2 strikes, you're just in battle mode. Right there, he gets a breaking ball. He just fouled it off. Got a piece of it and stays alive.
Here comes another 0-2. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out. Striding into the box,
The right fielder,
Juan
number 18.
Maldonado.
Juan Maldonado.
Oh, on the ground to first. Can this be two? There's one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Nothing across here this half. We've played 8 full. And Binghamton is out in front 2-1. Kenny Miles comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the ninth.
Rumble Ponies. Number 35, Kenny Miles.
At the plate, Julian Campillo, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame.
Catcher, Julian Campillo.
And we kick off the ninth inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1. A windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he misses there, 1-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Curveball that time, not even close. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway.
Now batting, center fielder, Gregory Pitts.
Standing in, Gregory Pitts. Here it comes. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
That's a big pitch right there. Now he's got him 0-1. And he still may not be comfortable. Even 0-1, he's still a pretty good hitter when he's down the count. This is a big pitch right here.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And a big sigh of relief on the mound as that nearly tied it, but this ball is foul.
He's right on that breaking ball. That's pretty good timing right there, especially falling up after the fastball. That is too good a pitch to make right there with 2 strikes. But he fouled it off. Now you got to stay aggressive and go get him again.
Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there.
Here's another 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
Keeps spiking him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Hot shot on the ground to short. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game.
Well, we've always known this guy was a good hitter. You knew he was going to come out of it eventually. There's another multi-hit game. It's not one hit that gets you out of it, but the multi-hit game. Maybe this is the signs of things to come.
Standing in now, Frank Saito, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Here it comes, 1-0. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. Quick check on that tying run at first. Runner's back. Ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. 1-2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
That's a big strikeout there with the tying run over at first base. Now, with 2 outs, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that guy home. probably need a ball in the gap to give him a chance.
Coming to the plate now, John Pitts. He's homered and doubled in 4 trips, so he's definitely been a factor. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A fastball that just misses inside.
As long as you actually get it inside, that two-seam fastball running towards the hands is a really good pitch.
The 1-0 delivery. Now a swing and a ball hit in the air down the left field line. Jacque is after it. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Yeah, and in this game, you always try to find a way to be hopeful. They win the first game of a new month and are now looking to keep it rolling the rest of the way.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. The Binghamton Rumble Ponies secure their 10th victory of the season. Lou Cairo gets the win on the mound, his first of the year. Martin Cabrera pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. Kenny Miles closes the door for the save, his 6th. So that's a wrap here tonight. From my partners in booth, Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 36 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.